as a female employee, she doesn't feel valued by the company. And he's like, oh, well, why is that? And she's like, well, and they go to the side of the truck and she's like, oh, this is my pecan. And he's like, what is a pecan? Because she said, if we break off the route to use a public washroom, then she gets penalized. That's not an obvious one. That when you think about reducing customer churn, the first place you don't think to look is reducing employee churn. It's called Cream Earl Grey, and I'm a little bit of a tea snob, actually. I only drink 2 beverages. One is water and the other is tea. So simply put, it's when a paying customer stops being a paying customer. And I should qualify now that there are 2 types of churn. Great question, because it's all about nuance. So it all depends truly on how the company wants to define churn for them. So you become the customer, which is like the wedding. You get married, sign on the dotted line. And then there's the honeymoon period. Sales is trying to do their job. They're not, purposely going out trying to find the ever-given bad fit customer. There's one that is like the heaviest lifter of all. I'd say it's like 80%, and that's expectations not meeting with reality. By far, that's the biggest cause right there. And a good portion of churn can be reduced just by sales selling to better fitting customers. Who is responsible for churn is every employee in the company. And so those zombie customers, I've been a zombie customer. It's happened to me before. I think companies are really afraid to do this. Kind of like when you're overweight and you're overweight, but you look in the mirror and you go, oh, yeah, I'm a couple of pounds, but it's not that bad, that you're guessing. Your customers will tell you why. We don't like this. Nobody told us about that. First of all, I love that story. I've got to say. Stores where the employees were the most engaged and felt, happier. The customers, they spent more, they stayed longer. I love this question. And I think the biggest, and we're starting to see a shift. No. And that could be a whole other conversation. MBS, CSAT, the almost only growth lever is, I would say that is not true. You are going to have different churn rates in different customer segments. Make a customer feel valued, solve their problems for them, listen to them, genuinely listen, make the changes that would help support them reaching their goals. They'll stay and they'll pay happily, and they'll tell others about it. So to me, that's the one thing I'm really trying to get companies to see, is that there's 2 growth levers.